There tonight. Yes, we know it's the theme song from Dynasty, but Destiny Dynasty, we got you covered, yo. Let's get to it.
Dad is home.
Mason and I, your Wednesday afternoon right now.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You don't have a good afternoon in you?
Oh, good afternoon. I have a short in my headset
okay.
that I need to fix, but we'll try that.
All right. So, hey, big day. Nice to have you back. How was the road?
Hi, John.
What was the road trip like?
The road was, 4-0.
Yeah, I
All
know.
right, so a little bit of Laker history for you here.
Yep.
If the Lakers win tonight, it would be the first 5-0 road trip since, because technically they're the road team tonight,
right.
since 2009. And that was the trip where Kobe broke the scoring record in Madison Square Garden, 61 points. Melo later eclipsed it, but at the time, Kobe had the record. And they went 5-0, and you remember how that season ended? Title.
Wow. That was 2009. Yeah, that's right.
The first title, the Orlando
2009,
title.
2010, exactly.
And so I haven't felt this good about the Lakers since the night they won the title in the bubble. They are playing that good, which is why I am opposite of you on this thing tonight. I do not want AD or LeBron to play unless they are 100%. If they are 100%, let them go. They're not sore. They don't have any hangover from last night. They say, I'm good to go, play them. If they say, yeah, I'm a little exhausted.
Well, look, if it's up to them and they say no, that's one thing. If it's the medical staff, I say, medical staff, get the F out of the way because I want to play. If it's them, if Anthony Davis says, I'm sore.
This is a dance that you know will never get the truth about.
Correct.
No matter what, if they don't play tonight, the medical staff will say it was us.
Wait a second. So you don't want, if LeBron and AD both play and they win, let's just say they win.
Okay.
They control their destiny to being out of the play-in.
Correct.
They're in the playoffs.
Correct.
Wouldn't you want that?
Greg, I now think it does not matter who they play. I think they're going to win in the first round.
No matter what.
No matter what.
You know what?
You don't want to have that extra game if they're too
what?
tired and sore.
You know the mythical money bet, I mean.
Which is?
25,000 mythical dollars, they get out of the first round.
At 5-1.
At 5-1.
So you would win 120?
Yeah, I bet it weeks ago.
Okay, good. I think you're going to win that.
5-1?
I think you're going to win that bet.
Yeah.
I can't bet on basketball even with mythical money, but that's a good bet.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot.
But I have no – if they announce they sent out an update that I sent to Sliwa about 10 minutes ago that they're both questionable, which means I think they're both going to warm up and see how they feel.
Yeah.
But if they announce that they're both out, I don't care.
You think they will actually dress and warm up?
Because
if they dress and warm up, I'm going to assume they go.
Well, one thing that was significant in that injury update I sent to Sliwa, Mo Bamba has been upgraded from questionable to probable.
Mo.
I was just going to go to that.
So that, to me, is Anthony Davis insurance.
Yes.
That's Mo's going to play.
At least they've got a big.
Yeah. Who can kind of go down there and wrestle with Zubats, who tends to play well against the Lakers. But
so if I'm not mistaken, I was watching the Dodgers on Saturday, Trace's big night.
The 3-homer night.
And I texted him after each one of those home runs. You guys were actually at dinner while it was going on,
We were at
right?
Mastro's, yeah. We had a big team dinner there, and we had the game was. As a matter of fact, there's a clip running around somewhere.
I saw a clip go by.
Andy and Michael. Andy is Michael's younger brother, who's Trace's uncle.
Yep.
So Andy and Michael were sitting next to each other when he hit the grand slam, and Michael had it on his phone. And then I got an update about an hour later from Michael. He just hit another one.
Yep.
And then he said
one more.
He sent me another one. He goes, he just hit another one, and I just thought it was the same. He made a mistake and sent the same text twice.
Yep.
And then like an hour later, I found out. Or Plunkett tweeted how many feet of home runs he hit.
Grand slam, 3-run homer, 2-run homer. He's off to a very good start. Dodgers off to a very good start.
Yeah, they're good now. But the interesting thing is, I thought after the 3-homer game that Trace would slide right back into the starting lineup, but he hasn't.
Well, it's because they're loaded with outfielders.
He did play the next night. He did start the next night.
He did. I think he went one for
well, he hit
with a couple of strikeouts.
By the way, he hit his first at bat the next night. He hit to the warning track.
Yeah.
So he almost hit 4.
So he was in a groove. But I mean, they've got so many outfielders, and I said, and you can take this to the bank. I said Jason Hayward can't hit anymore. Bergman, am I right or am I wrong?
Well, back-to-back games with home runs would say otherwise.
I said Jason
Good for
Hayward
him.
is not going to.
Sometimes all you need is a fresh start.
But they got Hayward, they got Peralta, they got
and the Dodgers,
Outman.
the Dodgers are kind of land of fresh starts. Like the best example of that is Max Muncy.
Sure.
He was like out of baseball.
Chris Taylor, another one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But both those guys were like on the scrap heap.
Yeah,
And
what they call
Andrew,
4A guys.
Yeah, and Andrew Friedman went, there's some about those guys that I think if we get them here, they might hit, and both of them did.
We went out to Dodger Stadium on Monday night, and it was cold as hell.
And I got a tweet from somebody that says it's as bad as it's ever been getting out of there. Is that true?
Oh, I left in the fifth. So
Of course you did.
Yeah. It was so friggin' cold. I mean, I'm going to be honest here. Left in the fifth. I got a bobblehead for Jorge on my way out the door. But I think we both. Is it fair to say we both left a little early?
I did leave a little bit early also. Yeah, it was freezing
It was
and the
so
wind
cold.
was out of control.
It was so windy.
All right,
I had two sweatshirts on.
Yeah, can I say
was
something?
Waving.
Yeah.
I'm proud of both of you.
Yeah.
There is no reason to sit there and be miserable.
Yeah.
I know that you guys probably thought I was going to give you a hard time for leaving early. It's the opposite. If it's that cold, hell no.
Yeah.
If you're not in a suite, head to the parking lot, watch the rest of the game on TV.
Now, what was cool is they've got the brand new LED light show.
Yeah, it doesn't work great on TV, but I hear in the stadium it's kind of nice.
They dim the big lights, the big
Yeah.
stanchion lights, and then they have so many different colors going on.
on
at the
TV,
same
it looks
time.
like somebody turned the lights off.
They've added video boards in the left field and the right field wall, which is really, really cool. And the games, as you know, are absolutely flying. What was game time last night? 2 hours and...
So it was like 15, 20.
Yeah.
I don't know
So,
the exact number.
this-
But you know that Sandy Alcantara had a complete game shutout last night,
Did
and
he
it was
really?
1 hour 57 minutes.
That's so awesome.
157 complete
Dan
game
Orlovsky
shutout.
said on Get Up the other day that he has triplet boys.
Yep.
His 3 boys are about like 10. That he said they've never watched a full baseball game, and this year they've already watched 3 because it moves so much better, and these rule changes they absolutely nailed.
Absolutely.
They're
Absolutely.
great.
So they, by the way, Sandy Alcantara is like the only guy that throws complete games anymore. That guy is a
Complete
horse.
game, Sandy.
Yeah, he is not afraid to do that. All right, coming up next for you, John, there's a brand new sport, and it's starting to hit big. Do you know what it is?
No.
I will tell you next. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Is Masters Week, and Al and I are giving you a chance to win the ultimate golf and spa luxury experience to Pacific Palms Resort. Here's how you can win. Caller number 7 wins a $50 gift card to Red Restaurant and qualifies for the grand prize, which is a 2-night stay at Pacific Palms Resort, 2 rounds of golf, 2 spa treatments, and dinner at the Red Restaurant. That's at Pacific Palms Resort, LA's Hilltop Hideaway and #1 work and play resort. Book your next getaway at PacificPalmsResort.com. 877-710-ESPN.
Sandwiched between Travis and Sliwa, it's Donato and Cap. Mason and Ireland continues now.
It is yesterday was National Movie Score Day.
Really?
This is one of the all-time great. I could not get Morales to go on it. He was live imaging Tuesday, and he wanted to play bluegrass. For the last 2 weeks, it's been bluegrass for some random reason that I don't understand. But today, this is one of the great film scores. Nino Rota is his name.
The guy who did The Godfather?
Godfather.
Yeah, it's weird
score.
that I've never heard that name before.
Yeah, he doesn't get enough credit, Nino Rota.
So I'm trying to think of other movies where you completely remember the score.
Well, I'll tell you what, hold that because there's going to be some more.
Okay.
Yeah, well, we've got.
I just
more
thought of
coming
another
up.
one.
I made a good list.
Okay.
So
I'll be
we'll
surprised
hear it.
if this one isn't on it.
All right, so we're doing live the day today, Ireland, and it is your live.
Okay.
It is a 4-pack of tickets to go to the Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach, which is next Friday. It is a spectacular event to be at.
Now, you were in the celebrity race where they called you the human pylon.
The human pylon, that's right.
Because you were the slowest guy
and
out
I
there.
still beat Willie Galt and Omar Epps.
Well, they wrecked.
Does that not put me ahead of them in the
Yeah,
standings?
but they were going
I
fast.
didn't.
You were like with your flashing hazards
slow.
on in the back, losing to Donna
You know
Feldman.
what? I did have my hazards on. It is Southern California's 200-mile-an-hour beach party, and we are giving away a 4-pack of tickets if you can identify John Ireland's lie. What's funny is on Monday, I think, my lie was that me and Bergman, I was going to try to get us into the new speakeasy at Dodger Stadium. It's called Trixie.
Yeah.
Doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Doesn't exist.
There is a
Bergman was all
speakeasy
excited.
in the Mets
I saw
ballpark
that at the Mets
this year.
ballpark. That's where I got the idea.
Yeah.
But walking around, we did a loop around the stadium, and multiple people said, "Hey, you're going to Trixie?" It's funny the stuff that sticks
Yep.
with people. So, John, pickleball has turned into a thing, a real thing.
Did you see the grudge match over the weekend with McEnroe and Chang and Agassi and Roddick?
It beat NBA games. It beat obviously all the junior football games.
Yeah.
It beat Major League Baseball. It beat hockey. It beat everything. It was one of the biggest sporting events of the spring so far. It beat 79 other sports telecasts, particularly in the 18 to 49 demo. So it's skewing young.
Lisa watched it.
Did she?
Yeah, because she plays pickle and she likes McEnroe. So, So, I mean, I think a lot of people checked it out.
I'm dying to, Bergman.
You're supposed to play on Wednesdays.
You're not a West Side guy, though.
I am not a West Side guy.
So
I will do it on Wednesdays for you.
Okay, you'll
Where's
That's
the court?
it's Memorial Park in Santa Monica. It's
not tonight.
14th and Wilshire. 14th and Olympic.
Greg, are you going to the game? Well, it's harder for you to get in. It's a Clipper.
So I'm not
home
going
game.
tonight.
Yeah.
No, I would have, but not for a Clipper home game.
Okay, so Bergman's got this stat that he.
I love it so much.
Every day this week, he has said this stat and says we've got to get it on the air. So
I do not say that. I say it to you, and then I laugh.
No, you say it every day.
What's the
and
stat?
You want it on the air.
We've talked about it before. There's only one team in the Western Conference that
Say it
has
again?
a winning road record. If the
It's
Lakers,
Sacramento, right?
Sacramento, correct,
Yeah.
which is very strange. But if the Lakers win tonight and beat the Clippers, since it's a road game, they will be the second team with a winning road record
Well,
in
not,
all of the Western
not to
Conference.
burst your bubble, but the Clippers kind of own the Lakers in the regular season.
I know that,
We've
but I
lost
just want to
10
talk
in a
about
row
the
to the
stats.
Clippers.
Last 41 games,
Yeah.
7-34 against the Clips.
You know why that is? Because they care and we don't care as much.
Well, you know what it made me think of is the Niners own the Rams in the regular season, but
Yeah.
when it mattered,
We own them in the playoffs.
the Rams came up big. Now
Yes.
they did get an absolute gift from that defensive back.
Everybody gets a gift to
But-
go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but
Chip
that
Twisty
was
Tart, thank you.
that was right up there with the put them on a Waffle House flying fan.
Yes.
The 2 Super Bowls the Rams have been to in the last 5-6 years, they got huge gifts in both of them.
Now, couldn't you say that about any team that's gone to the Super Bowl? Isn't there a gift in any team going to the Super Bowl?
But that direct, like, game on the line, down 3, Stafford throws one up for grabs. It's going right. It's a ball you or I would have caught, and that Jaquisti Tart just flat dropped it. And then in the New Orleans game, New Orleans going down to get the go-ahead
Tommy Lee Lewis,
touchdown.
yeah.
And they lay him out on the Waffle House frying pan,
Yes.
no flag, Rams win.
Yep.
So you do need luck. You need luck.
Well,
By the way,
even this last time, the Stafford to Cooper Cup, for the love of the game pass at the end of the Tampa game was the same thing. I mean, there's an element of luck going to the Super Bowl.
but those were
Obviously, I smacked his ass. You feel me? Put that boy on a Waffle House frying pan.
God, I love that.
maybe my favorite social media post of all time. That's Nickel Roby Coleman,
Yes.
the guy who laid him out.
Yep.
Went home. I think he was celebrating a little.
Yeah.
And said,
Went on his
everyone's
Instagram
asking me
Live.
about the call.
Yep.
And play it again, Jorge. He
Obviously, I smacked his ass. You feel me? Put that boy on a Waffle House frying pan.
So such a great line.
I thought that alone should have kept him in a Rams uniform forever. But like the next year he was gone.
Yeah, it ranks right up there with.
What a fortunate moment we find ourselves in.
What a fortunate moment we find ourselves in.
Awesome! It's
Yeah.
my favorite one you've
Okay,
ever done.
So here's the funny thing.
It was so good, John. It was
I
perfect.
wrote it down because Mace, you had it in a promo, like it was Ireland's back tomorrow. Let's see if he gets Kaplan's drop in. So
Yep.
and it played a couple times during the game. So I wrote it down
Yep.
on my spotting board, and I said, "All right, I got to do it after a dunk, or I got to do it after
it has to be the right spot.
a long run, and then they're up 10.
Yep.
With a minute and 30 to go. I'm thinking, okay, I haven't gotten it in yet. As soon as I feel like the game's in the refrigerator, I'm doing it. And then Utah rattles off 10 straight points.
Yep.
And the game goes overtime, and I kind of forgot about it. And then at the end, the game was so close.
It fit even better at
right.
the end.
I got lucky because I thought, oh, if they win it,
Yes.
hold it on here, that is a great time to use it. And it just played out perfect because it was literally the last play of the game.
Yeah. It
where
was
I
awesome.
dropped it in.
It was awesome.
Yeah, I'm bummed out Cappy's not here today.
Oh, Cappy's not in.
No, he's out for the rest of the week.
The rest of the week.
Yeah, so
yeah.
it's
He's
too
in
bad.
Mammoth.
I'm sure he would have loved it.
Yeah. No, he totally. I mean, when Cappy originally said it,
What a fortunate moment we find ourselves
it's
in.
so overly dramatic.
Right.
Because he was.
But when I dropped it, it kind of fit.
Oh, it totally.
What
fit.
a fortunate moment we find ourselves in.
It's my favorite one you've ever done. It is so good.
All right, well, it looks like we're going to have postseason,
Oh,
so we can
yes.
come up with some more.
Exactly. You know, you got to give a lot of credit, a ton of credit, and he's had his detractors, many over the years, and at times I've detracted. Rob Pelinka.
Okay, I was texting with somebody last night about this.
Yes.
And said, why isn't Rob getting more credit for what he pulled off at the trade deadline?
Yes.
And I said, it's a great question. I'm not sure, but my theory is, and I'm curious if you agree with it, is the reason that he's not getting tons of credit for it
Right.
is that he dug the hole that he had to dig himself out
Yeah,
of.
that's fair. That's fair. In other words, he put together a
he did
crap
the what-
roster
well,
and then
Correct.
revolutionized
But
it.
in his defense, and I'm curious what you guys think, did Rob go hard after Russell Westbrook, or did LeBron and AD come to him and go, we want Russ, make it happen?
Oh, that was LeBron. That was LeBron.
I think that both those things are possible, but
Yeah.
I think the latter is more likely.
But these
So I'm not
moves-
sure Rob should have gotten most of the blame for that first move. But what he's proven, again, is that if you have a distressed roster,
Yeah.
if you have bad untradeable contracts,
Yep.
he's kind of the fixer.
Yeah.
When they first gave him the job, everybody said, well, you're never going to get out of the Timofey Mozgov, Luol Deng contracts because they're untradeable.
Yeah.
He got out of both of them.
Right.
And 2 years later, they won a title. If they were to win it this year with this kind of mid-season save at the trade deadline, Rob should be the executive of the year, but he won't get it.
be because he's an agent
and he was an agent, and all the other people
pissed everybody off.
Right.
Yeah.
But he should get.
He should be
He should have
executive
won
of
it
the
in
year.
2020
Yeah. Yeah.
when his best friend and the leader of the team tragically died in a helicopter crash.
Right.
And he somehow kept the train on the track, and they won the whole thing.
Yeah.
If he wasn't going to win it that year, that just shows that people are jealous and don't.
Now, do you
respect
think
it.
Rob would now consider coming onto the show after the season?
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. See that?
He doesn't do a
Maybe.
lot of media. I think his default answer is no.
But this is like a victory tour if they make the playoffs.
Will you ask him?
Yes, I will work on it.
Yeah, work on it.
But will you ask him the question of are you going to trade away all these guys for Kyrie?
No, because it's not appropriate.
Well,
right
and
now.
plus, I don't.
Well,
It's
he
not an
can't.
appropriate
Kind of what we know. I
question
think we
at
have to
this
wait
moment.
to
He
give
can't
him the.
talk about players in other teams.
Right.
Well, we should
That's tampering.
after the season.
Yeah.
Kyrie will be a free agent.
Yeah, but you can't ask about a player on a.
He's
And-
not. He's not on another team.
And
He's a free
by the
agent.
way, I think this is part of why Rob doesn't do a lot of media. Is why tip his hand in any way,
Right.
shape, or form. You know, it's better if
But would
nobody
it not
knows
be?
what you're doing.
Would it not be against the rules for him to discuss Kyrie now? It would
Yeah,
be
but,
completely.
Right
but Greg's
now.
point is when the season ends. Greg, I think it's July 1.
Oh,
he
it
officially
might be
becomes
July
a
1.
free
You might
agent.
be right. Yeah.
So, and Rob never talks about players on other teams anyway. But
Did you hear who almost came on the show this last week? You might have heard.
Oh,
it
he
in
didn't
a promo.
come? No, you texted it to me that Jason Momoa was coming. What happened?
Bergman.
I was out sick. It was not me. Don't blame me for this
Well,
one.
you know, actually, I have a question for you, Greg.
Okay.
All right, so you produce our show.
I do.
But I think most people know you are the assistant program director
Correct.
here, so you have some oversight over all the shows.
Yes.
Some. Yeah.
So, Travis and Sliwa, I was listening to them all morning, stuck in my car on the freeway, take tons of calls.
Yeah.
Sedano and Cap, tons of calls.
Tons of calls. Tons of guests.
Yet you won't let us take any calls
Nick-
or have any guests. What the hell?
We've had this
Friedel,
conversation.
Tim Bontemps, Dave McMahon. They're
Okay,
like
you don't want any
regulars.
of that. So, but either way, you can laugh. People on YouTube can see you laughing at that.
Right.
But either way, I've never told you no calls.
Yeah. No. He's.
Oh, good.
Anytime you've ever
Okay.
said
Let's
you
take
want
calls.
calls,
877-710
but it has to be
ESPN.
for the right reasons,
Okay,
and you
this
have
is
to
the
have
right
a reason for it. That's all.
Should AD and LeBron play tonight, no matter what?
Yeah, that's
Sure.
well, we can. Don't we have Wheel of Questions coming up
Yeah,
next?
we will.
Exactly,
We
and
will.
then that happens, and we don't take the call, and
What
you don't
time
go
is
back
Anita
to it.
coming on?
2:15.
All right, I have a good sleeper pick for the Masters.
Okay. So here's what I suggest we do. We're going a little bit. That's all. So what I
We go to
sug-
42, Mace.
I don't need your clock.
No one
advice.
I'm the
cares about the
assistant
clock
program
except you.
Advice. I don't need it. Okay.
And Amanda says the only one we really have to worry about is the one at the
Right.
top.
So let's just go to the top.
No,
So-
well, we have
We're not
we,
going to
we
the
still have
top.
to take a break, but it doesn't matter when we take. it.
Listen to Bergman. Listen to Bergman try to run things.
I'm a general.
This is what we're doing today? Okay, great. Good to know.
So I forgot what I was going to say.
Well, wait. By the way, in the open, Morales said you've been bagging on me the whole time I've been gone. What have you
So
bagging on me
Why
about?
are you bagging
That's
on John
not true.
Ireland the entire
Not that
time
Chris
he's
would ever
gone?
try and stir up
He
trouble.
would never try and stir up
Yeah.
stuff.
Why
But
did you bag
we
on him
we
so much?
actually. Well, why don't you answer that
Hold on,
question,
you've been
Mace?
backing out this whole time. You wanted to have a chat fight, and then you said, "No, Greg, you should have it for me."
I don't want to have a chat fight.
You
Let
don't wanna-
Greg have a
What's
chat
a
fight.
chat fight?
He wanted to go on the YouTube and read the chat
Chat fight.
and start going at people, like back and forth, kind of fighting with people.
Chat
Yeah.
fight.
But he backed out of it and made Greg do it.
No, I said
Yeah,
Greg
but Greg-
is the one
thank
to
you,
have a
Jorge.
chat fight.
But no, Greg's not the one to have a chat fight because Greg is more civil than either one of us.
Chat fight.
Right, but he's the one
Greg,
starting
Greg
this whole
will
thing.
say, like the other day, somebody was getting on it. We were having a discussion about Anthony Davis, and the guy said, "I can't believe you guys are talking about trading Anthony Davis." And Greg immediately responded with, "No one is talking about trading Anthony Davis." Totally not true. Mason's talking about trading Anthony
but
Davis
wait
for
a
2
minute.
years.
But we're in the moment right now. You can talk about what was 2 years ago, and you. By
No,
the way,
2 months ago you
and
thought we
and
should trade him when he got
can-
hurt.
You can talk about pre-deadline because that was a terrible team.
Right, that was 2 months ago.
Right. But that was a bad team.
Yeah.
That was a bad team. Rob found a way to fix it.
Right.
But I still think
Chat fight.
You should have a chat fight today.
Why are you trying to get me to have the chat fight?
'Cause
Why
I
don't you?
feel
Oh, I'll
like
do it.
You should do
You
it.
want to do it?
Yeah, just show me how to do it.
Okay, we'll
I'll
put you on the
I'll
YouTube.
fight with these idiots.
Chat fight.
Yeah.
YouTube.com/ESPNLA. John Ireland's going to fight with you.
Yeah, chat fight. Chat fight. Chat fight. We're going to spin the wheel of questions coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Is Masters Week, and Al and I are giving you a chance to win the ultimate golf and spa luxury experience to Pacific Palms Resort. Here's how you can win. Caller number 7 wins a $50 gift card to Red Restaurant and qualifies for the grand prize, which is a 2-night stay at Pacific Palms Resort, 2 rounds of golf, 2 spa treatments, and dinner at the Red Restaurant. That's at Pacific Palms Resort, LA's Hilltop Hideaway and #1 work and play resort. Book your next getaway at PacificPalmsResort.com. 877-710-ESPN.